Anyone who visited a Trump hotel between May of last year and this past June may have been targeted. Trump hotels offering a year of free identity fraud protection to affected customers. And in other Vote 2016 news, Donald Trump, Jeb Bush, and Ben Carson all held an event last night in New Hampshire. Trump is still the GOP frontrunner, but the latest ABC Washington Post poll shows his favorability rating is only 35%. Ben Carson's is 45%. Now Trump is ramping up his attacks against the other GOP candidates, even cursing during his speech.
I was fired up, you better believe it. When I see what's happening to our country, I'm fired up, and I hope you see the new polls that are coming out.
Right now, Dr. Ben Carson is in second place in the polls against Trump. He raised more than $20 million last quarter. Carson supporters say they like his outsider appeal. Back to the weather now, where heavy rains and flooding in South Carolina are already being blamed for at least one death. Several streets and businesses are closed this noon in Spartanburg County. Officials say they were able to rescue a man this morning after his vehicle was swept off the road. The waterlogged area now bracing for even more rain throughout the weekend. And you think about our own local weather here.
Yeah.
We had so much rain the past couple of days and more headed our way.
And big story. I don't want to assure again, because I've heard reported in a couple other places, not here, that the rain and the winds we're getting now are related to the hurricane. They're absolutely nothing to do with it.
No.
And because we have a separate system now, it looks as though for many areas that's going to create most of the rain over the next 3 or 4 days. I mean, we could have parts of the Carolinas get 12, 13 inches of rain unrelated to Joaquin.
Oh my gosh.
And then if we get Joaquin in the mix, I mean, this is all kind of tentacles on this story and the storm, all kinds of possibilities. So let's get to it and kind of cut through the clutter as best we can and explain what we're looking at and what is likely to happen here. This is Doppler radar, and we've had rain across the area through the day. Fairly small area. It's drifting out to the north and to the northeast a little bit, and more will be coming our way. Over the past few days, we've had over 4 inches of rain in Leesburg at a couple locations, 3.5 inches in Mount Airy, Annapolis a little over 3 inches. Now this is a running total, and we're going to get significantly more over the next several days. What we have right now is an area of low pressure. It's elongated. We call it a trough. This is going to be an important player for the next few days, and it will have an effect on what happens with Hurricane Joaquin. We think over the next couple of days this trough is going to expand and start heading westward a little bit. That is going to give the potential to dump tons of rain in the Carolinas and give us heavy rain starting tomorrow night into Saturday morning. Now what happens beyond that? Well, that is going to be totally related to the movement, the speed, and the strength of Joaquin as it moves northward and how it interacts with that area of low pressure. Now just between now and Saturday noon, here's the additional rainfall amounts, about an inch or so, inch and a half, a little more towards the mountains. So that's kind of what's happening now. What's going to happen in the future? Our computer modeling suggests it'll be kind of cloudy and breezy through the night with maybe a little shower or two that'll be during the day tomorrow after the morning rush when we think most of the rain will build in. Heavy rain again, especially west of the metro area. We're under a flood watch, a widespread flood watch, because we're getting more and more rain through Saturday. To this point, no effect from Joaquin yet. But with a flood warning watch already in effect through Saturday and the ground so saturated, any additional rain Sunday night, Monday, related to Joaquin could cause even bigger problems. Now, right now, Joaquin starting very slowly to make its move this afternoon to the west. Still top winds 125 miles per hour with higher gusts, Category 3 hurricane. And the plots on this storm are still very all over the place here from west to east around the area. And we'll see that pattern continue of this big model spread from coming in through the Carolinas to staying out the shore. There seems to be some indication that more models are tending to come more to the east, more to the right to keep the center of circulation offshore. But remember that trough of low pressure I showed you? It is possible as we get into Sunday and Monday, as the storm slowly weakens as it moves northward, that the trough of low pressure could kind of pull on the hurricane, kind of like what happened with Sandy. Sandy was offshore, and that trough of low pressure pulled it inland. Now, we're hoping that doesn't happen, but I'm telling you all these things just to show you how dynamic and how complicated the system is trying to figure out its effects. Bottom line, I think for most of us, we're going to have added rain and added wind Sunday and Monday, with the worst effects being along the coast. And of course, we're going to wait till 5 o'clock this afternoon to see what effect the new computer modeling will have on the future of Hurricane Joaquin. So the best we can do it for you now. Here's what the next 7 days look like. Rain, 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 and gusty winds and very chilly temperatures. Want some sunshine? Tuesday. I'll even tell you there's a chance on Saturday afternoon, after this trough is finished with us and before any effects from Sandy, we might get a few hours of sunshine on Saturday. A little breather in between.